Hi, I'm Jeff Bastien. I'm the director of this production in 1984.
What's it been like so far working with the cast and crew of 1984?
Wow, it has been harrowing, amazing, illuminating, a lot of fun, a lot of stress. It's a fantastic cast, basically a who's who of the theater people in Windsor. We have a couple of BFAs, Erik, Helle, who I've never worked with before, who's just done a fantastic job as Winston. Daniella Piccinin, who won many awards for her portrayal of Honey in my production of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Chris Lanspeary, playing O'Brien, who also came from my production of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf with an award-winning turn as George. Dean Valentino, who I've worked plenty of times and was actually in his production of Here on the Flight Path, which I won an award for, and he got an Adjudicator's Award for. And then after that, we have people like Bob Steele, who you hear every day on the radio doing the bridge. Peter Hrastovec, who just is all over the companies, doing roles and with his lawyer business as well. He's very well known. Chris Powers, another old veteran of the theater scene. And then a couple of favorites like Jacqueline Tinus is in this, and she's done some award-winning stuff with me. And Kristen Diaz, who appears on the screen and is my assistant director, and stage manager Kyla, who I've also worked with before. Very good relationship started because of this production through Daniella with you yourself, Mr. Adam Wright, who's just done some awesome director of photography stuff and has really ignited my need now to branch out into film as well. So I just really can't ask for better. Like I've got like students like Lucas Guignard, who's just an all-around great guy, Nick Bork, Chandler Johnson, who I've never worked with before, who are just coming in and just doing stuff, and Jack and Brian, who I affectionately call Jack Brian, who've just come out of nowhere and are just get an awesome opportunity to work with very talented people, all the way up into my booth with Ian Loft, who is just one of the most steady, light people I've ever worked with, one of the most patient people I've ever worked with. And if there's one thing I really have to commend everyone, is their patience and their dedication to this project, which just, is really like a vanity project, it seems like at times, just for me and my obsession with 1984.
Okay, we're a few days away from the show. How do you feel? What's your stress level like, and what's the excitement level like?
My stress level is at Fukushima, getting towards Hiroshima. It's the last minute, just like nailing down all the details, trying to make everything work together. But the amount of progress that we've made from a read-through that took like 6 hours in May to being able to do the show in like 2.5 hours, with all the dialogue, all the film stuff, all the sound effects, all the set changes, all the light changes. It's frustrating at times, but since this is my passion, it's really like my frustrations that I get to like figure stuff out, and finding new solutions is always fascinating. But the stress is there because I really want a top-notch product, because I want the audience to feel something. So the pressure's mainly on myself, and I try to keep it away from the cast as much as possible. They can feel it, which is good. It's really part of the way the project works, where everyone works together so closely that they begin to look to me to see how I'm feeling. And when they see that I'm stressed, then it's really awesome in how they pick it up and try to like offer solutions to take the stress away, to tighten the show a bit more, to make it a bit smoother. And but I'm not gonna lie, like I have not had a good night's sleep in about a month.
So you've done directing before. You have quite a bit of experience doing this. What or who have your inspirations been in terms of directors?
Well, right off the bat, one of my major influences, brought on to me by my dad and his love for movies, is Stanley Kubrick. The way he directs, where he sets up scenes and he just lets them play out, and he doesn't do any camera tricks. He just lets the scenes sit there and unfold naturally. Same way that Hitchcock used to direct too, where he would, especially Rope, which is essentially a filmed play. And then after that, that's really obscure, especially for the film stuff. The film stuff, I really got to branch out and play with a lot of my influences, like Fellini and David Lynch and Pasolini and Jean Cocteau and just everyone like that. If you have a chance to go to Criterion.com, you can probably see a lot of my influences. Lars von Trier, David Cronenberg. Just a lot of the way that they use the camera, a lot of the low-tech choppiness that they use. I have adored finding low-tech solutions to what everyone else would just like do a quick edit for instead. And again, a lot of that is in part to working with Adam Wright, who's just been able to allow me to do a lot of that stuff.
Awesome. It's been great working with you, by the way.
Thank you.
So what would you say to your audience, people who are coming to the show? What would you like them to know before coming to the show, and what would you like them to take away from the show?
Well, everyone talks about this show as if it's about a dystopian future. And really, I don't see it as about a dystopian future. It's a dystopian now. And the book, when I read the book, it didn't say to me, oh, watch out for this world that's coming because it's going to suck. What I really focused on was Winston and his struggle against it. And for me, I thought it was much more about Winston and Winston as a reflection of us. The same way that Dostoevsky uses characters that talk about us, and Kafka's Joseph K. was really about us struggling against the system. And his rebellion and what could possibly be a futile effort at rebellion. That's what it was talking about. We talk about how the NSA is watching our every moves. We talk about how the government is doing stuff above our heads that we have no say over. What do we do against these situations? Do we really have any power left against these situations? Have we been given any options, really? And that's what I want people to take away from 1984, is to ask these questions. Like, we rail and rail and rail, but do we really accomplish anything at the end of the day? And it's a harrowing fact when you face it and look at it. And that's what Orwell was doing, I feel, with 1984, was making all of us would-be rebels really take a serious look at what it is to be a rebel and whether we have the courage for it.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Other than that, I hope they enjoy the show. But seriously, it is a fantastic script based off of a fantastic novel with a fantastic cast and crew working themselves to the bone to put it on for you. So I really hope you come out and support community theater. It's a vital part of our community, and it's through the arts that we can raise our voices against a lot of things. So I do hope that you take the opportunity to see what we're saying. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Adam.